Kung nasaan ka man, hindi ka nag-iisa sapagkat narito na sila. Speaking from their homes, the Brodies with Jek and Ades.
Alright! Hello! Welcome to the Brodies with
Jek
and Ades. So unang-una yung Brodies, para yan sa mga ka-Brodies natin na nagwo-workout. If you want some workout, inside of workout music, 'di ba? Gusto mo makinig ng podcast. Hindi namin mapapromise na may kabuluhan siya, pero meron siyang konting kabuluhan. meron akong mapupulot. So, pag nag-workout ka, nasa traffic ka, or yung mga kabarkada mo, busy lahat at wala kang makausap.
Yep, that is right. Bro, this is a term that we just heard. It's like a brotherhood in a community. Katulad ng aming opening billboard, narito sila, hindi ka mag-iisa. We are here for you and I hope you're also there for us. I hope you will stay until the very end of this podcast. Okay?
Yes, tamang-tama
Kasi
yun.
medyo okay itong ating topic na naman. Medyo maliit na bagay lang siya pero lumalaki. Anyway, before we go to that, let's move on, bro.
Let's move on to the next segment, our Triple H. Ang Triple H, meron yan tatlong H, syempre. Una, what's happening? Kung ano mga nangyayari sa buhay natin para alam natin may nangyayari every week. It's our check-in for each other. And then pangalawang H, what are you holding? Anong tools ang meron ka sa kamay mo na ginagamit mo in your work or your personal life? And lastly,
something that you create. Yeah.
What you are, and lastly, what are you hearing? So, ano ba yung mga pinapakinggan mong podcast?
That's
ano yung
right.
mga pinapanood mo sa YouTube na nag-i-input sa buhay mo?
What's happening right now? Thank you, Adrian, for that intro. I think you can also do that with your brodies and with your family members and anyone para quick check-in lang. So, for me right now, what's happening right now, Ho Chi Minh City is in a strict lockdown. I think tomorrow there's no more delivery of food or anything. Shipping is canceled. And what am I holding? Your turn, bro. What's happening?
So what's happening with me? We are actually recording this in July 14 and I think it will come out about August 2 and that week.
Correct.
So ayan, stricter lockdown kila Jekoy. Sa akin, I had my second dose of vaccine yesterday bago pumasok sa office. Akala ko joke lang talaga yung masakit yung katawan. Parang siguro naman hindi. O yung talaga sobrang
pero
sakit.
Second dose mo na, di ba?
Yes. Yung first talagang wala daw mararamdaman. Yung second dose, 3 days ka daw pagod. Lalo na yung first day. As in bagsak ka. 12 hours na ako natulog. Ang sakit pa rin ng katawan ko. At ang hirap
yata talaga.
Oo.
Masakit pag rabies anti-rabies.
Parang ganon.
So, okay. So, Adrian, just a side note, dito sa Vietnam, I just read yesterday that hinahalo yata nila, pwede yatang magkaibang brand na. Have you heard of that? Nabasa mo?
Hindi ko alam na tinatry na dyan.
Oh, I think I need to dig deeper about it, pero na hapyawan ko kahapon. Anyway, what am I holding right now? Is magugulat ka dito. I haven't held onto it yet. Pero I'm into, bro, nakakatito to tsaka nakakatatay. Ito, vinyl records.
Uy.
So may bumili ko ng may nagchichi sa akin ng turntable. Tapos yun, naghahanap kami ng mga vinyl. So far, first purchase ko ng vinyl, I think is Abby by the Beatles. Siyempre, diba?
Uy, ganda.
Yeah, so sobrang sulit. So doon sa mga tao na iniisip na parang, nako, hindi naman importante. But then, it's not important for you, but it's important for me because growing up, meron kaming turntable and brings a lot of memories. Anyway, how about you?
Lupit niyan. Eh ngayon naman, ang tool ko, I'm assuming, tool mo yung mga vinyl records to relax and all. And syempre, band kwento sa pamilya mo. At akin, ang tool ko na in my hand right now is UCC 3-in-1. So, Starbucks yung mug. Pero sa loob, UCC 3-in-1. Ang mura nito, Jekoy. In-introduce sa akin ni Miss Wina Tusoy. So, isang pack sa market na supermarket is 100 pesos, 20 pieces. So, parang 5 pesos each lumalabas.
Oh, not bad. Yeah.
Oo. UCC siya. So, apparently, I researched na UCC PH localized product pala siya. Kaya meron sa Lazada, sa ibang online sites, pwede mo siyang mabili. So, meron mga mas mahal yung mga sumiyaki, may Japanese account. International market yung UCC na yun. I'm not sure, pero sobrang mura siya lalabas, Jekoy. And masarap siya. Ang arte ko sa kape dati. So, alam mo yon. So, ngayon,
Actually, sa lahat naman ng bagay, kasi lahat ng mga gamit mo, kailangan yung pinakamahal. Bibili ng vacuum. Doon tayo sa pinakamahal. Adrian Dico, mga ladies and gentlemen.
at least nagamit ko yung warranty ng vacuum kahit papano.
So, di ba? Hindi siya nag-deny. Totoo talaga.
Hindi naman sa lahat. Hindi naman sa lahat. Certain things lang that matter. No? Ikaw, Jekoy, what are you hearing?
What am I hearing right now? I think I've been hearing a lot of like walk daily then. No, not walk daily pala. Hindi pala. Parenting on purpose. Podcast din siya. I think tayo mga podcaster, podcaster tayo. I think tayo, we need to also hear from other podcasts how they do it, how they not only yung format nila, but also learning din kasi parenting on purpose. For me, like relatively young dad, I learned for a 30-minute, 40 minutes na kanilang podcast habang nag-workout ako. Parang brodies lang din yan.
Galing. So, very useful for us na yung podcast ngayon. It's the new vlog eh. It's the new
That's
vlog.
That's right.
And newer vlog, di ba? And
that's right.
Ako, yung what I'm hearing right now is yung lo-fi house. Actually, mga 3 years na ako dito na nakikinig sa playlist na to sa Spotify kasi it helps me relax. Dahil auditory ako, kailangan ko yung walang lyrics.
That's good.
Oo, kasi pag yung lyrics, pinaprocess ng utak ko. So, to work on something, kailangan ko walang lyrics talaga. So, kung auditory ka, nababother ka na meron lyrics yung kanta, you can do this. Kasi sa coffee shop, talagang white noise unless sobrang ingay ng mga tito-tita na kausap mo. Ang hirap mag-concentrate. Pero pagka ng mga murmur lang, gustong-gusto ko yun, Jek. Ayun.
Pero I'm sure, bro, alam mo to na yung sa mga coffee shop, guys, sa mga nakikinig na brodies natin, sa mga coffee shop, kapag nasa coffee shop ka ngayon, pansinin mo, yung white noise na yun, may science behind it. May science behind it kung gaano siyang kalakas, decibel, kung ano yung kapag daytime, afternoon, or nighttime, iba yung playlist nila. I mean, not yung mga ordinary na coffee shop lang. Yung mga coffee shop talaga na parang medyo premium, you can hear na, yung inaral talaga yun. Kasi there's a coffee shop here, sorry just segue lang. In Vietnam. I asked anong playlist nila sa Spotify. Ang sabi sa akin, no, it's, we do not play from Spotify, but there's a science behind it, di ba? Galing, di ba? So pati yung sound, that's why I think sa auditory, sa white noise, it's may productivity boost siyang sinasabi.
Wow.
Galing, di ba? Nakakatalino na naman yun. Anyway.
Nakakatalino. Ang next part natin, Jekoy, ay yung mga shoutout. Can you talk to us about our shoutouts?
Our shoutouts is for the people who are giving their best in whatever field they are, specifically the next generation brodies natin, yung mga students, mga pag-graduate at mga kag-graduate lang. We want to commend you and we want to give you a shout out so that it's like a tap in the back and a thumbs up for you. How about you, Adrian? Who is your shout out for today?
Ang shout out ko ngayon, 3 magkakapatid, no?
Oh, no.
Na from high school hanggang elementary, si Josh, Seth, and Mac Lubid. So they are young men, so pabata yun. They are kids church volunteers. So from way back, so they were kids church participants. Ngayon, volunteers na sila. And sobrang grabe sila pagka nag-help out. They really give out their best. Marami akong pwedeng ikwento tungkol sa kanila, how passionate they were. Naging highlight sila ng mga camp natin, yung mga bata na alala sila. Because they're really good young teachers. And also want to shout out to their parents who raised them up well. Si Jonathan and si EJ Lubid. And kausap ko si EJ Lubid. Kilala mo yan, malamang. Siyempre, nanay siya. na nakikinig sa atin sa Brody's podcast. And tuwan-tuwa siya kasi sabi niya, may laman naman to. Sabi ko, wow, kahit pa paano pala may natututunan siya. And syempre, tuturo
Correct.
niya rin sa mga anak niya si Josh, Seth, and Mac. Alright, ikaw,
All
Jekoy.
right. Shout out to you guys. Ang sa akin naman, yung pamangkin ko, si Chansey, yung pinakauna kong pamangkin. Like, he is 12 or 11 years old right now, and he's studying online. And I think, siyempre lahat naman ng mga bata may mga parang tigas ulo. Minsan matigas daw ulo, sabi. Pero, he is excelling in his grades right now, especially in math and in English. Good job.
Nice. Shout out to you.
Shout
Ayan.
out to you.
Nandito na tayo sa pinaka-meat ng ating podcast. It's the
Correct.
pick topic, ang pinili natin na topic for
Bato
today's
topic.
Yes. Ang mga topic natin, some are controversial, some are about relationships. We're not relationship gurus. Pero yung mga normal na things that we can relate as brodies. And today, we are talking about pet peeves.
Wow, pet peeves. Grabe, di ba? Nakikita mo yan lagi sa slam book. What's your pet peeve? Oh, hamster.
Oo, yun yung sagot ko nung grade 1 ako, hamster.
Kaya nga
Gumayon
siya-
ko man sila.
Kaya nga, crush sana kita kaso ang pet peeve mo, hamster eh.
Baka naman galit na siya sa hamster.
Kaya nga, pero anyway, baka yung iba kasi talaga naniniwalang pet peeve is yung pet talaga na nasa bahay, ano? Pero Brody, Adrian, can you describe what a pet peeve is?
Siguro ang pet peeve without looking at any dictionary, it's something that really triggers you, your emotions, or really gives you a bad day sometimes. Pero it's just a small thing, pero sa'yo, it's something big. Na alam mo naman na at the end of the day, you shouldn't make it a big deal. Na parang minsan nagigilty ka pa na ano ba tong pet peeve ko, it really gets the best of me. Something like that, no? Tama ba?
Yeah, I think we're on the right track. We are on the same page when we say that pet peeve is those little annoyance
Ayun.
that some people does or they do it na for them wala lang pero sa'yo it's a big deal because sometimes it's really a big deal. Like, can we start? Like those people, right? Kasi sometimes sa iba okay lang naman malate. Oh my gosh, right? So bro, I mean, everyone, like every Brody can relate here na kung ikaw yung laging late, bakit? Or
tell me why, schedule naman to, di ba?
kaya nga, in-schedule
Unless
naman
there's
to,
a good
pinaalalahanan kita. There's a good reason, may emergency, whatever. Tapos, so I think you can relate dun sa mga taong maaga, nag-prepare, tapos hindi sila late. So, I think those, we can say those little annoyance, pero it will really have a domino effect sa buong meeting mo, sa buong araw mo, because someone did not show up on time. That's a pet peeve.
Oo.
That's a
Totoo.
solid pet peeve that almost all can relate, right? So doon tayo sa mga solid pet peeve, bro, bago yung personal mo. If ma-touch yung personal mo, it's okay, go.
Solid pet peeve. Yung parang nasa una ko, puro yung hindi solid. Kasi sobrang pet peeve. Pero siguro, masasabi ko yung alam mo yung mali yung order sa fast food. Naku, dati, na-witness yun ng misis ko, bata pa kami nung college. Sobrang
Alam ko na,
mahal-
Adrian, pwede
Oh.
nating i-call out kung ano siya, small or big pet peeve.
Ay,
Yan.
oo.
Okay.
Oo, ito, small. Lalong dapat hindi ako magalit, 'di ba? Lately, hindi na ako nagalit kasi parang yung pag nagmamature ka na as a Christian, parang kung mali yung order, okay
Fine.
lang.
Yeah, you can let it go.
Pero
Yeah.
dati inis talaga ako. Kakausapin ko yung manager. Sinabi ko nga, yum burger. 'Di ba? Paano naging Jolly Hotdog yung yum burger? Never lumabas sa bibig ko yun. Alam mo yun, o kaya, isang yum burger meal with large Coke and large fries. Tapos, ano ho yun? Drink? Tapos, Coke. So, parang okay ka pa, Coke.
I think
Ano ho? Size? Large ba? Wow.
isa-isa. Ano pong pangalan? Nasaan po ako? Hindi. I think that one is a small one kasi I think
Oo, very
bata
small.
ka pa niyan eh. Very
Kapagod,
small yan.
kapagod na
Mm.
sila, I understand na today. This
Mm.
recently, I understand them better. Mm. Ikaw,
Yung
ano ba?
pet peeve na, yung isa naman na small na notice ko, yung parang matunog kumain.
Ah, oo.
Yeah, I think generally sa mga Pilipino hindi naman siya ganun ka ano, 'di ba? But sa ibang nationality, it's just normal for them. That's why it becomes a pet peeve for us. So,
Mm.
ngayon, why are we talking about pet peeves, 'di ba? Explain muna natin bakit natin pinag-uusapan 'to, Adrian, before tayo mag-move on. Because
Mm.
those little things, those little annoyance will affect really greatly your relationships around you. Because
Mm.
some people are, how do you put this? Some people, they just have, some people ka-work mo or a stranger. So, if it's a pet, totally fine. Pero yung pag mga closest, ano mo na, circle mo na, or wife mo, or tawag ito, circle, family, immediate family mo, tapos you're doing it, it will really affect your, because dun sa mga taong ka-close mo at comfortable ka, you will lash out eh. Di ba?
Mm. Mm.
Kayang-kaya mo kasi naka-guards down ka. That's why we're talking about it. So I think maybe to really also heart check and to to know and to avoid those little pet peeves that you have. Okay, so also you can relate for us. Okay, moving on, bro. What is ito sa'yo? What is your major pet peeve, Adrian? Like pag ginawa ko to, talagang pa-FO na tayo.
Mamaya,
O
marirealize
sige,
ko na, Jekoy.
yung mga ibang taon, yung mga maliliit muna.
Yung mga maliliit. Ano, yung ang ganda-ganda pa ng post, sorry kung ikaw isa ka dito, pero yung meron kasing maling grammar lately, yung mga tao. Yung kulang ng S and specific to that
Oh,
usage. Yung ano, one of the biggest three in the world. Cool, may S po yun. One of the biggest trees. Then dahil Pinoy tayo, to help you, isa sa mga pinakamalalaking puno. So,
mukhang galit ka
plural
nga
po
dyan sa
siya.
pet peeve na yun. Oh, alright. Fine. Thank you sa feedbacks mo.
Feedbox.
Oh, sorry. Feedbacks. Ano yun? Feedbacks?
Pero ayun, ay syempre I understand eh. Pero nainis lang ako na ito na naman parang ang ganda pa nung post minsan seryoso at may laman. 'Di ba?
Oo,
Maganda pa yung post sa
sayang.
Facebook, may bundok, ganyan.
Bro, what do you do when you see people like that? Because ako, if ka-close ko, pini-PM ko talaga.
Yes,
Because
pagka-close ko. Yes.
oh,
Oo.
hindi naman perfect din yung English ko. Ang dami. That's why we have our wives, di ba?
That's why we have our wives.
To check our grammar.
Pero totoo,
So,
pini-PM ko pagka-close ko.
yeah.
Oo.
Good. Medyo especially, actually sa'yo, controllable pa yung ganun pet peeve. Pero yung mga tao talaga na ang major English, at talagang they live and breathe English language, it's like really cringe-worthy for them.
Oo.
I think sa akin, if I may just share, my biggest pet peeve, and all my friends really know this, that yung may usapan tayo tapos nag-cancel ka bigla. Alam na alam ng
Flake.
wife ko yan.
Oo.
Alam ng wife ni Trina yan na parang, kasi ganito, okay, Adrian, may shoot tayo ng Brodies. Sige, Wednesday. Okay. Tapos, come Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday night. Yes, okay tayo. Wednesday night. Okay. 1 p.m. bigla ka nag-cancel. Tapos,
Oo, yung lapit na. Yung mga in the next hour na, saka pa lang.
yeah. Kasi ako, parang bilang ko, sobrang extroverted ko even right now and before. Mag-organize ako ng mountain climbing, mag-organize ako ng mga ganyan, mga pa-singles event. And then magka-count off ako ng mga tao so that I know who to invite pa. So di ba parang may count ka ng tao eh. Tapos biglang last minute nag-cancel ka. Di sana I could have invited someone else. Parang
Yes.
ganun. So shout out dun sa mga taong hindi pumunta ng wedding namin. Joke lang.
Wow.
Ito pala yung way para magparinig. No. Yun lang yung just sharing na yun lang yung talagang aking nakakainis na bakit ka nag-cancel? Anong dahilan? talagang tama ka nga, pag nagmamature ka na, ang thinking ko na parang, Lord, sana emergency or sana sobrang lalim ng dahilan niya. Kasi kung hindi talaga,
Oo.
baka sinira ko yung doorbell nila.
Totoo yan, no? Nung nag-uusap ka, yun na-realize ko na, Jeko, nung nag-uusap kami na about pet peeves nung 4 Gifts of Love. Sabi ko, isa lang talaga yung sa akin, in general, yung sinabi nila, pero hindi nila ginawa. So, that covers yung sinabi mo. Inis na inis rin ako sa ganon. Pero ito yung mas pet peeve ko pa dyan, na naririnig ko lagi, na medyo western nga tong ugaling to. Kunyari, uy, let's have coffee sometime. My gosh, tapos hindi sincere. Parang kunyari, nag-meet, ganyan-ganyan.
Very Western,
yeah.
very Western.
Diba? Tapos, oh really? Ganyan-ganyan, I'm ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, oh sige, kunyari after service, nag-meet. Uy, that's nice, ganyan-ganyan. So siguro mga good 5 minutes nag-usap. Biglang dulo, uy, let's have coffee sometime. Oh, sige, sure. Pero hindi naman nag-exchange ng numbers. Parang, alam mo yun, parang, sincere ka ba? Hindi. So, sobrang naririnig ko siya in very Western conversations sa mga circles na nakapaligid tayo. And sana parang you'd be more sincere. Ako pag kami nagsabi no na sa akin na let's have coffee sometime, nihingi ko talaga yung number. To help that person also na shucks, sincere pala to. Parang, oo, diba?
Yeah, that's right. I think one more, before we like conclude or explain everything pa. Sa akin, pet peeve also, and it really gives me like cringe kapag in a group may hingi ng hingi. I mean, we're also here to give or whatever, or to bless. Of course, it's a joy for us to bless people. But then parang parang hingi na yata siya ng hingi, something like that. I think it's not my personal pet peeve, pero I can also relate to that. I just heard it from also a friend na parang, I think it's not right, and I think it kind of annoys me because we should give more than take more. Parang ganun siya. Okay, fine.
Or at some point, no, parang meron kasing group or moment na parang napapansin mo, nagbibigay sila. I'd be out in the open na parang, uy, anong magagawa ko sa inyo guys? Kasi napansin ko parang binigyan ako ng ganito ng ganyan. And what can I do? So minsan yung kapal ng mukha kailangan mo ilabas to let them know that you're aware na parang ikaw yung receive.
So I think at some point there are a lot of pet peeves. If you're listening here in our podcast, you can comment what are your pet peeves. But then, what should you do about it? Like, because everyone has. Like, yung iba nga akala nila normal lang yun or parang sila lang so nahihiya silang sabihin. Pero should you tell the people that that's your pet peeve? Kasi parang for them to avoid those things.
Oo. Kasi they might be doing the same thing in other groups. Lalo na kunyari hindi closer sa'yo, 'di ba? Kunyari sa ibang group ginagawa rin nila to. And in majority kasi ng pet peeves, then you can relate with other people's pet peeves eh. So malamang meron din na pet peeve sa kanya about that thing, 'di ba? And telling that person na baka mamaya blind spot. And to mga pet peeves na to, most of them talaga hindi naman nila sinasadyang maging nakakainis sila eh.
Correct.
Diba?
That's right. Ang sa akin lang talaga, hindi nila sinasadya or it's a blind spot or also if that person is really important for you. Because katulad ng sinabi ko, minsan nakasakay mo lang sa train eh. Sinabihan mo, hindi nagsuntukan kayo doon. Parang, uy, pakiayos nga yung tayo mo, para kang hindi ko gusto yan. Ha? Sino ka naman para sabihan ako? Parang gano'n. But if these people, you will see them regularly and you think you have a genuine concern for them, tell it slowly. Parang tell it I'm sure they're gonna be appreciating it and ma-appreciate nila yon. Tsaka katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, pet peeves are small like this topic. Do you think you would think that it's just a small thing, but then it will really affect your relationships. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's a deal breaker pa nga sa mga dating, 'di ba? Sometimes
Mm.
deal breaker siya. And I think kung deal breaker siya, may mga list ka na parang ito ayoko, because that's my biggest pet peeve. Pero
Mm.
ang naiisip ko naman on the other side of the coin, if you flip it around, parang for me, so buong mundo mag-a-adjust sa'yo?
Oo nga. Oo
Gets
nga.
mo ako? So
Oo.
what are your thoughts on that?
At some point talaga, may nasabihan ako. Actually, kaya ako na-bring up si Let's Have Coffee sometime. Nakikinig ka! Kilala ko. Kilala mo, ikaw yon, yes. And kumbaga, because I love the person. Parang as a friend, parang you want to be there to tell them na kumbaga, sige, kung sino-sino lang nagsabi sa iyo nito, 'di ba? Sino ba sila para sabihin to sa iyo? So ako naman as a friend, parang ikaw na nga closest friend ko, sabihan mo kung ganyan. Exactly,
Ah,
kasi I should be the one to tell you. And naalala ko si Pastor Nixon in one of the kids church summits. Sabi niya, um, yung um, relationship is the bridge and then truth is the load. Kumbaga, yung truck may load, 'di ba, dadaan sa bridge. Yung bigat ng load.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yung bigat ng truth na idadaan mo dun sa bridge, dapat ganun katibay yung relationship kasi
Ang
relationship is the
galing.
bridge.
Yeah, ang galing. So it's the same thing like what I heard from Rachel Ong, that if you just give someone a policy or a rule or a new jurisdiction or a new tawag ito, order without relationship, people will retaliate,
Mm.
right? Tell
Mm.
me about it. I've been in HR for like 5 years. Whenever we keep add something in the manual or the handbook, then people will like, ha, bakit ganyan? But then, if you talk to them through your relationship, di ba? So yun yung talagang it's like the bridge nga that will send the message across and will be received well, right?
Mm.
Ito pa, lastly bro, sa akin yung pet peeve ko yung bro, I just have to let it out. Na parang barkada, di ba? Nagayaan. So tayo punta, Enchanted Kingdom. So Enchanted Kingdom. Bro, Enchanted Kingdom. Pumunta Enchanted Kingdom. Tapos, tara na, rides na tayo. Ay, ayoko mag-rides eh. Anong gagawin mo dito? Enchanted Kingdom to. Ay, hindi, dito lang ako sa gilid. Ha? Bakit pa tayo nag-Enchanted Kingdom? Galit na galit ako. Bakit pa tayo nag-Enchanted Kingdom? Ha? Parang swimming tayo. Ay, pero hindi ako mag-swimming. Bakit ka sumama? Sayang yung pwesto mo sa kotse. Di sana iba na lang sana sinama ko. Nanay ba kita? Na kailangan nasa gilid ka lang. Di ba yung mga parang, game night, board game night. Buta sa bahay, dala na mga ganito. Ay, hindi ako marunong maglaro niyan eh. Tuturuan ka namin. Hindi, ayoko. So, bakit pa game night? Anong pinunta mo dito? Bakit? Ba't ka nag-enroll ng college kung ayaw mong gumraduate? So, yun lang. So, walang paalala sa inyo, guys. Kapag in-invite namin kayo, yun yung purpose ng invite. Kung game night, mag-game tayo. Hindi tayo mag-chismisan. Kapag nagpunta tayong EK, mag-EK tayo, mag-rides tayo. Kapag in-invite ka ng dinner, hindi tayo mag-aalmusal. Dinner time.
Tama. Yung Enchanted Kingdom, kung talagang kunyari, The Boys, kunyari yung title ng barkada nyo pa. So, meron hindi ma-rides or nasusuka, meron tayong isang friend dyan na sinasama na natin lagi sa...
Tagabantay ng bag.
Oo, si Benj. Si Benj de los Santos. Kasi, nahihilo talaga siya, nagsusuka siya, buong araw siya nasa clinic. Wala ako noon eh, nag-Universal Studios, Singapore sila. Talagang buong araw siya nasa clinic. Talagang grabe yung hilo niya. So yun, gets na natin yung mga ganun. Pero yung game night, no, grabe. Yung maglalaro lang naman, wala namang any physical thing that would hinder you.
That's
Bakit
right.
game night eh?
Game night yung yaya sa'yo, Chong eh. Parang Christmas party. Ayaw mo sa Christmas songs, mga ganun. Parang Christmas party. Wala kang dalang gift or ayokong celebrate eh. Parang ganun. Christmas party, umiiyak ka. Ganyan. Anyway, so, okay, I think this is a good point to land it. Like, This is time for our Takehome theme music.
So yung Japanese vibe.
Kaya nga. For our final thoughts, our take home for this simple but relatively relatable topic. Go, Adrian.
Wala pa akong naisip. Pero top of mind to wrap it up in my head is we're all humans and we need
Correct.
each other. Na actually, we don't intend to hurt each other, but we're
Yep.
here to do the dirty work to actually remind someone, 'di ba, to be sensitive, 'di ba?
That's
And
right.
ganito yung mundo na naiintindihan kita na ganito ka as a person, pero it might
Yeah.
be a pet peeve to many people. Kasi ako nga kaibigan mo and I could have kumbaga the license to tell you this. Lalo na siguro kung yung hindi mo friends na hindi sila magsasalita kasi hindi nga kayo close eh. So I'm just telling you this. So madalas no pag may kausap kaming ganun, parang this is to tell you this thing na nababother lang kami and not to put you on the spot pero you're really on the spot. Pero actually just to tell you this and to really hear from you. Kasi baka mamaya hindi niya alam na may ginagawa siyang irritating. So parang,
that's right.
Ganun. So to really give the benefit of the doubt and all. And pinaka-punto talaga is that we're human and we need each other. Kasi lahat tayo may ginagawa na pet peeve ng iba.
Correct.
So I appreciate
right.
people who also tell me na pet peeve nila yon. And it will really help me. And even dun sa aming 4 gifts of love, no, na it's really valid when your husband or wife tells you na pet peeve niya to, can you help me na hindi masira yung araw ko by not doing this? Does it matter to you doing this? Or okay lang na matry mong hindi humigop ng sabaw ng malakas? So as in kasama siya dun sa 4 gifts. So yun, we're human, we need each other. Let's be
That's
friends,
right.
build relationships over this. And we'll be stronger after this actually. Pagka naka-experience kayo telling someone about these things, talagang will really make you closer as friends.
That's
Ayun.
right. Very good point. On the same note, I think kanina nag-lash out talaga ako ng mga pet peeves ko kasi I think this is the best time to do that. But then, sino ba naman ako? You also hate something that I do. Meron din akong something na ginagawa ko like yung my wife also tells me, huwag ka mangulangot in public, nakakadiri. Tapos, bro, sabi ko, bakit ba? Ang sarap yan mangulangot in public? Or, sarap mangulangot in general, right? Sabi niya, babe, gawin mo sa CR. Sabi ko, ayoko no. Basta mangulangot ako whenever until nakita ko siya sa ibang tao. Sabi ko, that's how I look like.
Gusto ko yan.
So I think we have to, pag pet peeve, I think we have to really differentiate if those things that really bothers you and those things that you can live with. Right? So is it worth telling? Is it worth the friendship? Is it worth the conversation? Is it worth ruining the moment? You get it? Something like that. So for me, is it it's I can it doesn't really bother me. It's just like a pet peeve. But then if it really bothers you and something that you cannot live with, then go ahead and tell them. Also, tell them and provide solutions.
Oy, ganda niyan.
Diba? It's one thing to tell them, but number 2, so nandun ka na sinabi mo na you cross the bridge na so might as well, tinawid mo na yung load ng truck, might as well, dun sa load ng truck, nagpa-party ka pa, meron ka pang free gift na parang, by the way, this is how, these are my suggestions on your pet peeve that maybe we can change. I'm not telling you to do it overnight. Do it in your most comfortable time. But these are the things that you can. These are the things that you can consider doing. So yun, it's one thing to tell them. It's another thing to give them solutions. So I think small thing that will really affect domino effect. But then if it's corrected, if it's called out, if it's sometimes respected, di ba may mga pet peeve na may mga pet peeve na sa'yo lang talaga siya big deal, sa iba naman hindi. So you should respect that. Katulad sa akin, nasa Vietnam ako, there are people here na katulad ng sinabi ko sa'yo, di ba? People here, automatic kapag pumasok ng bahay, hubad shoes.
Mm.
Kahit ano pa yan, hubad shoes. Kahit dating sa mall, naghubad silang shoes sa labas. So may mga culture or mga family traditions ka na i-respect din kahit pet peeve mo yun. Pumunta ka sa Indian house, ayaw mo ng amoy ng curry or ayaw mo, napaka-generalized. Pero hindi, gets mo ako, yung food nila, medyo hindi mo trip. So, manghihingi ka ba ng longganisa? Hindi, di ba? Parang just enjoy the moment and enjoy it. Di ba? Parang it doesn't really, it's not worth telling them because that's them and you have to really be accepting them.
Tama.
I think,
Ang galing nun, Jekoy.
tumatalino tayo dito sa podcast na to.
Oo nga eh. Parang masters, pag nagturo ka daw, tatalino ka. Pag
That's
inulit
right.
mo na inulit. And you actually, anong tawag dito? Articulated it. Yun yung gusto ko dito eh. Na-articulate, napipilitan tayo na mag-articulate.
Correct. Na mag-isip.
Ang
I
galing.
think we have arrived sa point na we're about to end. If you are still listening to this podcast, congratulations and thank you very much na naka-reach ka sa oras na ito. Ibig sabihin, nakinig ka talaga ng buong podcast and really appreciate you with that.
Yes.
And don't forget to shoot us an email. What's our email, Adrian?
Sa thebrodies.ph@gmail.com.
That's it. We would like to connect with you and please suggest some issues that we can talk about. I mean, we have plenty of issues lined up, but then we would love to hear from you. Like we have mentioned, this is a brotherhood, a community that you can just be open and really talk about things. And kung gusto mong himayin namin yun, just shoot us an email and also in our Facebook, like us.
Yun. Thank you. All right. See you next week, guys. Mga brodies.
Thank you, brodies. Be a blessing. Bye.